Welcome back to the Bike Alex. Today, we're diving into the timeless appeal of one of the most dependable motorcycles ever made, the Suzuki GN 125. Whether you're a seasoned rider or just getting into the world of motorcycles, the GN 125 has probably crossed your path. Known for its simple mechanics, classic styling, and bulletproof reliability, the GN 125 carved out a reputation that still holds strong decades later. So, buckle up as we take a journey through the history, specs, design, performance, and legacy of the old Suzuki GN 125. History of the Suzuki GN 125. The Suzuki GN 125 made its debut in the early 1980s, during a time when reliable commuter bikes were in high demand. Designed with new riders and urban commuters in mind, the GN 125 was part of Suzuki's GN series, a lineup that focused on lightweight, user-friendly motorcycles. From day one, it was clear this bike was all about practicality. While the GN 125 never claimed to be the fastest or most aggressive on the market, its strong focus on affordability, fuel efficiency, and ease of use made it a hit in both developed and developing countries. Design and aesthetic. The GN 125 had a classic look that made it stand out, not flashy, but timeless. Its teardrop-shaped fuel tank, chrome-plated fenders, round headlight, and analog gauges gave it a retro charm that still appeals to vintage lovers today. The upright seating position, wide handlebars, and cushy seat were all geared toward comfort and control, especially in stop-and-go traffic. This is a bike that looked just as good parked outside a cafe as it did on a quiet country road. Engine and performance. At the heart of the GN 125 was a 124cc, air-cooled, single-cylinder, 4-stroke engine. It produced around 12 horsepower and was mated to a smooth 5-speed gearbox. While the numbers weren't mind-blowing, the engine was well-tuned for low to mid-range torque, making it perfect for city riding. One of its greatest strengths was its simplicity. The carbureted engine was easy to work on, even for beginners, and parts were cheap and widely available. With a top speed of around 90 to 100 km per hour, 55–62 miles per hour, the GN 125 was never meant for highway cruising, but it excelled in its natural habitat, urban streets and short-distance commutes. Handling and ride quality. Despite its modest power output, the GN 125 handled incredibly well. Its lightweight chassis, combined with a low seat height and neutral steering geometry, made it extremely easy to maneuver, especially at low speeds. Suspension duties were handled by standard telescopic forks up front and dual shocks at the rear. Nothing fancy, but effective. This setup soaked up city bumps nicely and provided a surprisingly comfortable ride for a small displacement bike. The GN 125 also featured drum brakes in early models, with some later versions moving to front disc brakes. While the braking system wasn't particularly advanced, it was reliable and adequate for the bike's performance level. Fuel economy and practicality. One of the biggest reasons for the GN 125's long-lasting popularity is its excellent fuel economy. Riders commonly reported fuel consumption rates of around 80 to 100 mpg, 34–43 km per liter, making it one of the most economical motorcycles of its time. Combine that with low insurance costs, easy maintenance, and a long service life, and you've got a near-perfect commuter bike. The bike also came with some useful practical features like a center stand, rear luggage rack in some markets, and side covers that made it easy to access basic components. It's a motorcycle that asked very little of the owner and gave a lot in return. The global impact. While the GN 125 had a following in developed nations, it truly shined in emerging markets. Countries in South America, Africa, and Southeast Asia embraced the GN 125 for its rugged durability and low operating costs. It became a go-to bike for delivery riders, students, and everyday commuters. In many of these regions, GN 125s are still running strong today, a testament to the bike's engineering and practicality. In China and other parts of Asia, local manufacturers began producing GN 125 clones or licensed versions. Some of these models are still in production today, proving just how influential the original GN 125 has been in shaping the small displacement motorcycle market. Modding and custom culture. Another reason the GN 125 continues to stay relevant is its role in the custom motorcycle scene. Builders have taken the GN 125 and turned it into cafe racers, bobbers, scramblers, and flat trackers. Its simple frame and old-school lines make it an ideal base for custom projects. Plus, the bike's mechanical simplicity allows even beginner builders to strip it down and build it back up with ease. Whether you're after a budget build or a personal passion project, the GN 125 offers a solid foundation for creativity. Customizers love its minimalist design and ease of adaptation. Owner experience and maintenance. Ask any longtime GN 125 owner, and you'll likely hear a common story. Low cost, low stress, high satisfaction. The bike's forgiving nature made it ideal for learning, but it also earned a loyal following among experienced riders who appreciated its reliability. Maintenance is straightforward, oil changes, valve checks, and chain adjustments are all easy DIY jobs. Parts are plentiful, and the community support for these bikes is still alive online. If you're the kind of rider who enjoys getting your hands dirty, the GN 125 is a fantastic companion. Common issues and quirks. No bike is perfect, and the GN 125 is no exception. Some common issues include weak electrical components, aging carburetors, and soft suspension. The drum brakes on early models can feel underpowered, and the stock tires often needed replacing for better grip. But these quirks are minor when you consider the bike's age and purpose. In fact, many owners found joy in fixing and upgrading these components, which only deepened their connection with the bike. Why it still matters today. In an era dominated by high-performance machines and complex electronics, the old Suzuki GN 125 serves as a reminder that simplicity still has its place. It's a bike that embodies the core values of motorcycling: freedom, efficiency, and fun, without the bells and whistles. For new riders, it offers a gentle learning curve. For vintage enthusiasts, it delivers nostalgic charm. And for practical commuters, it remains one of the most dependable tools on two wheels. Conclusion. The heart of motorcycling. The Suzuki GN 125 might not roar like a superbike or turn heads like a chrome-laden cruiser, but it holds a special place in the hearts of riders around the world. It's the kind of bike that doesn't need to prove anything. It just works, day in and day out. If you've ever owned one, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, and you're looking for a reliable, easy-to-ride classic, don't overlook the GN 125. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into a motorcycle legend, hit that like button, subscribe for more classic bike content, and drop a comment telling us your GN 125 story. Until next time, keep it simple, keep it real, and ride safe.